talk keep them talking, where the talk never stop. Well, go on, guys. Big up on yourself. I hope everybody is doing well wherever you are. You know what I mean? Whatever time of the day it is, I hope you're doing great. Um, so on this channel we talk about everything. We have an opinion on every matter. You understand me? And today we are going to look on football. Yeah, we call it soccer in the United States. And since we're in the United States, why not start with the US national team? So we have seen where the US fired their head coach and hired Mauricio Pochettino, the 52-year-old Argentinian, who is making, by the way, his debut against Panama. And I must say that it's certainly a good look for the United States. They have certainly signaled to the rest of the world, footballing world, that they're serious about footballing business. Yes, they went out and they acquired one of the top coaches, certainly in club football, but I'm sure that whatever is done in club football can be translated into the national program. The game between Panama and the USA was a very entertaining game. It was end-to-end stuff. Both teams gave as much as they got. But Panama, I'm so impressed with this team. Panama team, despite their loss, really, and they lost 2-0 rather, to the United States. They showed character. And you can see that's a building. They're building progressively. You know what I mean? And this is coming on the backs of their performance in the South American tournament, and which they did quite well. They did the region quite well. We were happy for them. As a Jamaican, whichever team does well from the region, I'm happy for that. Would have hoped that Jamaica was the one who would have made those strides, but nevertheless, they did well. And I think Panama also is I believe Panama in the region is a formidable opponent, and this team is putting every other team on notice, especially Jamaica. Jamaica should take note, because if we are not careful, Panama is right there on our heels at the door, ready to take our spot in CONCACAF, right? Certainly. As for the United States, the US team, this was certainly what I would say a moral booster. After a dismal show in the Copa Ball tournament, this certainly was a moral booster. Under the new head coach, Mauricio Pochettino, I'm expecting the US to continue their dominance in CONCACAF. They have the resources, they have the players. Outside of CONCACAF, nobody dares to take the United States lightly. They have a lot to prove. You know what I mean? I think the US team is not comfortable at this point in just dominating CONCACAF, but I think they want the rest of the footballing nations to see them as a formidable threat. Yes, I believe the US wants the rest of footballing nations to take notice. You know what I mean? That they're not just playing good football, but that they are a threat. And and I'm going to make a bold prediction. Based on what I'm seeing, especially living here in the United States, the amount of football that is played, it's just a matter of time before we see the US team hoisting one of those major trophies in one of those major tournaments. Yes, I am making that bold prediction because they've been putting in the work. They've been putting in the work. So I expect that. Jamaica, on the other hand, not so convincing. The last 4 games we play, we were able to win 2 and draw 2, and the 2 that we drew were against lesser teams. You know what I mean? So it wasn't so convincing. There are a few concerns that we have. One of the concerns that I have is surrounding the support that we receive when we play at home. Come on, guys. My gosh, man. I'm sick of this. Why we can't full up that little part of the stadium, going over to grandstand? Why we can't full up over this? Just kidding, guys. Yo, turn up. The people them turn out, bro. And watching the game, I was pleasantly surprised. I love what I saw. The support was there. However, players, my goodness, this is where the concern really is. We, the fans, need support also. What am I talking about? I'm talking about encouragement. We need to be encouraged. And the only way that we're going to be encouraged is when we see that you guys are playing with your hearts, not half-heartedly. And so we need to, especially when you guys are playing home. You understand me? We are considered to be the 12 man, and you guys need to feed off our energy, yes, but we also need something. We need to see something. We need to see that fight. You know what I mean? Not lackluster playing and all of that. You know what I mean? We want to see that tenacity in the team. So yeah, we need to be encouraged. You understand? Because we are giving you guys the support. And as I said before, hats off to the Jamaican public for coming out and supporting the team the way they have been supporting the team in these few campaigns that we've had. The next thing that I'm somewhat concerned about has to do with, the way we play in the region. There's something that we're lacking. And I think it's that thing that is called killer instinct. We don't have it. We lack killer instinct. It's becoming quite apparent where I sit that the USA, Mexico, Canada, and by the way things look at this point, Panama are separating themselves from the other teams as the top teams in CONCACAF. And we, Jamaica, we can't afford that to happen. We cannot be left out. We can't allow Panama to come and to take our spot. It is very concerning. You know what I mean? And this has nothing to do with ranking. But what it has to do with is our quality of play. You know what I mean? It is telling. When we watch Jamaican teams and how they equip themselves against these teams we consider as lesser opponents, it's not encouraging. Not encouraging at all. There has to be something that gives us the drive to support and to watch the Jamaican team. We are nationalists, yes, we're Jamaicans by birth and all of that. But we want to see attractive football. I want to have a reason to give up my sleep. We want to have a reason to give up our sleep. So So we need to see more from the Jamaican team as it pertains to that, having that killer instinct. You know what I mean? And so sometimes when I think about it, it leaves me with the view or the opinion that it appears that the Jamaican players or the Jamaican team, you know what I mean, we are not so confident in our own abilities, as it pertains to on the pitch. You know what I mean? And hence we play so tentatively. You know what I mean? We play like we're afraid of the teams that we're playing. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So, we don't have much to say. We're not gonna beat down the team or anything like that. We've qualified to the next round at the top of the table, and I figured that was the objective. You know what I mean? And the objective is met. And so therefore we're looking for greater things in the other rounds. It's going to be harder. And so therefore we have to equip ourselves better. We have to have that, as I said, that killer instinct. You know what I mean? We have to have that cohesiveness. You know what I mean? And play some good football, some good attractive football. I know we have it. You know what I mean? And we have players of quality. You know what I mean? That are out of the team as we speak. But you know what I mean? Once everything comes together, I'm sure that we should be able to put on a good show for the fans. And as I say, big up to the Jamaican public for the support. That was amazing. That was great. It was very encouraging to see. And the players need to feed off of that. Yeah, we need to feed off of that. So keep them talking, keep the conversation going. Walk good. See you next time. Big up yourself.